Statesmen Nation, here with GeLina Webb, senior women's basketball player out of Crete, Illinois. Appreciate you coming in. I know you guys are probably exhausted from last night, but a good exhausted.
Yeah.
Great win last night. You guys should be super hyped about that. And
we are.
Very excited. That was a monster win, and hopefully something that you guys can continue building on the momentum as we're going into postseason next week. So let's talk about that game just a little bit. You guys, obviously Sarah had a monster game.
Yeah,
I mean, somebody to go off on 8 3-pointers, 8 out of 10 for that matter. It's crazy. But just you guys stepped up when you needed to. I mentioned in the story that we've had some struggles finishing games.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we'll play a good 30 to 35 minutes. Just a little lull there, but last night everything came together. So I guess just talk about last night's game a little bit. And,
Well, it's something that we really, really wanted, and we knew we can get.
Yeah.
Like, we've been upset. We've had upsets.
Right.
So it's just we were due for one.
Yeah.
We knew we could beat this team. We really wanted them. And when they played here, we were close in, the last, 7 minutes. We kind of gave it away.
Yeah,
Like you said,
exactly.
we struggled finishing.
Yeah. Yep.
So we wanted to show Coach Scott and the whole coaching staff that, we could finish a game.
Right.
And it was a big game to finish, so.
Yeah. Definitely. As far as, this season's gone, going to rewind a little bit, and you used to play against William Penn when you were at AIB, and then, the unfortunate closing of the school and everything, but without going into tons of depth on that, then you went over to Governor State and now came back to Iowa and playing here at William Penn. But talk about just the last couple of years and just I guess it just got to be an emotional toll that took on you. But now that you're landed here and finishing up here and hopefully very happy with your decision, hopefully. But just talk about the last couple of years and what that's been like.
Starting with AIB.
Yeah, I mean, just where you knew AIB was closing here, and now I have to find somewhere else to play and finish my school and all of that.
Well, we found out halfway through the season at
Right.
AIB that we were closing, and it was really hard to finish the season now because we're like, what are we doing this for?
Yeah, exactly.
It's over with.
Yep.
So that was, that sucks because I had planned to finish AIB out all 4 years.
Sure.
So finding a school after that was relatively easy because some coaches knew me.
Right.
And I had a lot of offers.
Yep.
But I just wanted to go back home.
Yeah.
And then at Governor State, that was kind of rocky too.
Yeah.
And trying to transfer somewhere as a senior.
Oh, yeah. Murder. Yeah.
I still had a couple of coaches who knew me, so it wasn't that hard, but I chose to come to William Penn because I knew Coach Scott from AIB.
Yeah, from when he was at AIB, exactly.
And I liked his coaching style there at AIB, so.
Yeah. And obviously tough, again, I mean, you're in your last year, so trying to start new with all of these different players and such, but I think you guys, obviously last night's a testament to this, how much you guys have grown as the year has gone on, and everybody's kind of figured out their roles and and where you fit in to make the puzzle look right and everything. But talk about your role, I guess. As a senior, there are several young players underneath you that are probably definitely needing some encouragement and some some leadership. But where do you fit in that picture?
Well, piggybacking off of what you said, definitely a leadership. Some seniors lead by vocal,
right,
and some just lead by example.
Yeah.
And for me, it's most example. I'm not the most talkative
right.
person on the court or off the court.
Yeah.
But, when coach is hard on everybody, but he mostly goes hard on people he knows can take it.
Right.
So when they see that we're letting it just, slide off our shoulder and stuff, and they can use that for next year and the years to come when they're playing under coach.
Definitely. Understand that there's a reason, there's a reason for all the yelling, there's a method to the madness, so to speak, all that stuff, right? Definitely. All right, well, like I said, we're going to get into the Statesman 16 in a second, but just a reminder, if you're not at Penn Gymnasium on Saturday, you're going to be missing out. GeLina and the ladies will be, the seniors will be honored at halftime of the men's game. But definitely come out for the women's game, too. You're going to see them one last time in the regular season at home, and hopefully things will work out in the postseason. We'll have another game here in Penn Gym, but it'll be a 2 o'clock start. Missouri Valley coming to town for Senior Day and pick up another win, continue moving forward. But if you can't catch it, statesmanathletics.com will have the game on there. So, alrighty. Well, again, she has picked out her 16 questions she wants to talk about, so we're going to get right into it. GeLina, you kind of talked about this, alluded to it, but if you want to add anything else to it, why did you choose William Penn?
Honestly, yeah, I did kind of mention it before.
Right.
It was more like a comfort thing. Like,
Yeah,
even
working with a coach that you know, yeah, definitely.
Working with Coach Scott, I knew him already. And coming back to Iowa was kind of a no-brainer because I'm like, I don't want to go to a whole new place.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it was just strictly comfort, like.
Yeah, that makes sense. Sure. All right, what's your favorite thing about the women's basketball program?
The level of talent, definitely. This is the most talented college team I've been on. Like, we don't, like, anybody could coach us, and I feel like we would make it really far. Yeah. Yeah.
But Coach Scott, obviously, take it to the next level because he's Coach Scott. Yeah, no, definitely. There's tons of talent. I mean, anybody can step up at any time. If somebody's having an off night, I think there's a load of you ladies that can make it happen. So, all right, this is always a tough question. Ask it to you. If you're not ready, we can come back to it in a second. But who is one person in history you'd most like to meet?
That is a tough question. Did I mark that one?
You did. You did mark this one. Sorry. It can be a famous person. It can be a family member you maybe never had a chance to meet, living, dead, literally anybody that's ever lived.
I would probably say Stokely Carmichael. He's an activist.
Okay.
Really.
I was going to say, I don't know that name.
He's like in the Malcolm X's.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Very
cool. All right. If you could use one word to describe Coach Scott, what would it be?
Different.
Different.
He's a different type of coach that I'm used to, and it's a different type of coaching style.
Right. So, yeah. But it works. I will definitely, from an outsider view, I definitely think that it's paying off dividends. If you were not playing basketball, what other sport would you like to play?
Softball.
Okay.
That's my favorite sport, honestly.
All right. Yeah. Well, I'm sure Coach Christner might say, hey, we've got a spot for you if you can make it happen. All right. What's some advice that you'd give to a junior high or high school student that wants to come play college basketball?
Select your school very carefully.
Right.
Like, look into every aspect of it, not just, basketball. Look into the academics, look into the coaching staff, the players, and then heed what other players, like past players, are saying. Like, you have to be very, very careful. You don't want to just transfer in and out of school. This sucks.
Yeah. She knows. Yeah. She definitely knows. Okay. Where's one place that you would most like to visit?
China.
Okay. Any particular reason for China? I mean, there's a lot of different parts of China. Huge country. So
I got into the culture and everything when I was in 8th grade.
Okay.
I went to a language academy and had to choose a language.
Cool.
Obviously, everybody wanted to do Spanish.
Right.
But it was all booked up.
Yeah.
So I took Mandarin, Chinese, and it was really cool.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
Very interesting. Cool. What do you do in your spare time?
I'm a really, really boring person. I read, watch documentaries. I'm a huge conspiracy theorist.
Oh, there you go.
And I'll write just like short stories.
All right, cool. Anything in particular you've read lately that you would recommend saying, yeah, you should definitely read that? Or what genre maybe that you read a lot of?
Fiction, but mostly like African American fiction, like The Bluest Eye.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. All right, 2-part question. Who would you bring with you if you were stranded on a deserted island, and what item would you bring with you if you were on that deserted island?
I think I just checked random questions out.
You weren't paying attention.
Who would I bring on
who would you bring with you, and what one item would you bring?
I'll come back to this question.
We can come back to it, I'm sure. All right, what has been your biggest challenge so far? In life or basketball, however you want to answer that.
It's been a lot. We'll come back to this one too.
Sure. If you could go back in time, what year would you travel to?
2009.
Okay. There's obviously a reason for that.
That's when I graduated 8th grade.
Okay.
And I would choose a different high school. More careful in selecting what high school, because the high school I went to was not...
Didn't work for you, huh? Gotcha. All right, 2-part question again. How would you describe yourself, and how would your friends describe you? I think you've already kind of described yourself.
Like I'm
A
boring.
little boring, supposedly, whatever.
I think, like I said, I think I'm pretty boring.
You're laid back. I don't think you would say boring. That's
by society standards.
That's got a negative connotation to it, but I think you're probably laid back.
Yeah, I can be kind of goofy sometimes, but yeah, for the most part, I'm just chill.
Okay.
And my friends or my teammates might describe me as mean. I've heard that. I've heard that a lot, and I don't see it.
You're a senior. That's what you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's part of the leadership role that you're supposed to be mean. All right. If you could learn to do something, anything, what would it be?
Play the piano.
Piano.
I really want to play the piano.
Very cool. All right. Do you have any pets?
I don't.
Do you want any pets?
Yes, okay. I would have a bunch of dogs.
All right.
Everywhere.
Very cool. All right. What's one activity that absolutely terrifies you, and how much money would it take to do that activity?
There's no amount of money that would make me do this. But anything to do with heights, like skydiving.
Right.
Oh my God. I can't.
I feel I don't know how much money it would take me to do that either. I completely agree. Okay. If money were no object and you couldn't be a professional athlete, what would your dream job be?
My dream job would be an author.
Okay.
I would like to write books, and even though money's not an object, but still.
But you just enjoy that for sure. Very cool. Okay, we got to come back to these other ones now.
Okay.
All right. Deserted island, one person, one object.
I think I would bring. Jeez.
You won't make anybody feel bad if you don't say the right person.
I can't think of. Can you do the other question I had to go back to?
All right. Biggest challenge so far?
School-wise, I've made seemed like the wrong decision, like with choosing schools almost every turn. So that's been a pretty big. Because if you think about it, there's a lot of schools.
Yeah, no, definitely. And you at a certain point, you just have to say, all right, this is the decision I made, and now I have to stick with it and make the best of it.
So that's been the hardest thing.
Yeah, no, definitely. All right.
Deserted island.
Deserted island. Got to keep coming back to it. You got to answer it.
I would just say anybody.
Maybe you just want to be by yourself.
I do.
Okay, well, there you go. You can answer that. Say, no, you know what? I'm perfectly fine. I'm cool with just being by myself.
Yeah. Anybody would annoy me all the time. It would be too much.
I gotcha. And I got a feeling I know what the one item is, but you tell me what you think it would be.
A really, really good book.
That's exactly what I was thinking. You want just a library of books, but you can only bring one, so a really good book that you can read over and over. Very cool. Alrighty, well, GeLina, thank you so much for coming in. Very much appreciate it. Again, best of luck as you have one more home game, hopefully more as we get done the conference tournament. Maybe things will work out. We can host somebody next week in the conference tournament. But again, best of luck. Missouri Valley tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but on Saturday, we'll be coming to town. The Vikings against the Statesmen Senior Day. So if you can't be here at 2 o'clock start on the web, statesmanathletics.com. But catch GeLina, definitely. Be there, be in the gym.
Yeah.
All right. Do you want to do any shout-outs, I guess? Just everybody.
Shout out to everybody. Shout out to my team. That big win yesterday.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
No problem.